So, what we find in organizations is that employees or employers are coming in and they're pushing short-term incentives. They're saying, hey guys, we need to get this done. This is a short-term goal. And they achieve success through that, but in the short term. And what happens is people burn out, they look for other jobs, and this is kind of the cycle that we go through year in and year out. And so I think it's important that we start to focus on the physical, mental, and emotional health of employees, because that's going to mean, firstly, the success, the long-term success and sustainability of those organizations, and just happy people in general, which is important. We don't want to drive people to exhaustion and burnout. So our solution really ensures that we're driving long, sustainable success of the organization and the individuals. So the first step is through our diagnosis. It's understanding where those pain points are. So if you've got an ill or a sickness within you, you've got to understand where that is, what's causing that, to really treat that. So we come in and we use our assessment tool to look at where those pain points are. We get our employees to complete that assessment tool, and we make sure that we then can analyze that data, and we look at it from an organization perspective, so we see what's happening on a broad scale, and we can compare those results to other organizations across the world, other organizations within their specific industry, and then we look at an individual level. How are those employees looking compared to other employees, and where do we need to focus our intervention? So the next step is to focus on the interventions, and we do this through two approaches. The first is through the organizational approach, and we look at how do we create a healthy ecosystem. If you think about a natural ecosystem, that ecosystem needs to be healthy for the organisms to thrive within that. So we make sure that we look at people, processes, systems, we look at culture, leadership, all those key components that SimpleXity have been doing amazing work in. And we make sure that those are thriving, because that is the foundation, that's the core ecosystem. Then what happens is if we change a system or we make changes in an organization, we need employees to adopt that change. And adopting that change is difficult, even though it might be good for an employee. So we guide them through that change management, and then also we provide them the tools and the resources to build health within themselves. And we focus that on two levels. Firstly is through community. So we build a sense of community, whether it's on a physical, emotional, or mental level. There's a sense of community that people can go to. They can help each other through those changes and through their specific health and wellness goals. And the other is through upliftment. I think what's critical is that we drive a sense of giving and uplifting our broader community, because we're nothing without it, and so that broader ecosystem is also important, and people feel healthy and well when they're giving and when they're uplifting others. So upliftment is critical. And then finally, it's around the reassessment. So has there been a material change? So we rerun our assessment to see what has been the change, and where we need to then refocus or re-emphasize to ensure that we continue through this journey of sustainable health and wellness. Thank you.